fucking broke as a joke. What are they gonna do?
Oh.
Fucking bitch's house is falling apart.
I'm PG.
I'm your boy Big Ticket.
Brian.
Andrew.
And welcome back to the Uncultured podcast. And if you are a current subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, stick around, chill. We got some cool topics to talk about. And if you like the video, like the video. And of course, smash that subscribe button.
Like and subscribe, and thank you for those that have subscribed already. Keep watching, keep viewing, tell some people, spread the word. Fellas, I know we were just talking about it before hitting that record button. Last couple of years have been tough for people our age and our generation in terms of buying homes, buying houses. Obviously all of us got our own situations, but we know a lot of people that we went to school with and hang out with that are in a similar situation or the same boat of like navigating, like, is it the right time? Are things going to get better? Are we going to jump back in? Try to look for a home. Obviously, it's a weird thing to navigate. You never want to feel like you're the sucker. But, I know, Brian, you obviously just got married.
Yeah.
Thinking about those kind of things.
Got a lucky one. I did get lucky, yeah. And obviously me and my wife been together for 6 years. But, so we live on a second floor apartment. Not my house yet, but it's crazy. It really is. Like, I feel like our parents' age, like, I'm 32. Like, my parents my mom had me at 32 already. It's just different. Like, you could afford things. Like, kind of my wife's like, oh, we should buy a house. Like, where we're staying at. You guys know how much I pay. Like, what the house, like, what the.
Yeah,
it's a spot. I got a really good spot, luckily. I always been blessed. I got a great spot, but no, it's scary that like how much, you see these houses and you see what we're getting paid for. We kind of talked about last week the podcast, kind of like Gen Z and making more money, but it kind of does tie in a little bit extra because how much money is a house and how much is getting paid, and it's like it's scary. It's scary. Like
People our age are even getting like married anymore, or even having kids. Everything costs way more money. It's like you're just lucky that you can get like
you're lucky to like get by like doing your own shit. Like why then taking on the responsibility of like taking care of a kid or multiple kids, like you said. At your age, your parents had what? You and your sister?
Yeah, my mom I just had 29 and me at 32. But no, it's just different. It's just like a different world, I feel like, and like me and my wife do want to have kids, like, but I tell all the time, it's like, it's scary because like, do I want a kid? Yes, but do I want to have a kid and not be able to...
And burden yourself financially?
Yeah, and like being like, not being like, because like I know my parents did a lot for me and my sister, like, I'd be that father that can't afford dinner and make my poor kid like not eat, and it's crazy. It's scary, and that's why like you see less and less people can't buy houses, And like anybody asks you, right? Oh, when you buying a house, or when you buying this, it's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really as like I don't want to say like taboo, but it's not really like looked down on like it was probably for like our parents growing up, where like if they were our age and they weren't moved out or they didn't have their own like property, it's like, what are you doing? Because they could fucking pick like strawberries, pick apples from an orchard and turn them in and get a fucking house.
Yeah.
And now we all got to fucking like
what's the house?
What's the average house in Rhode Island? They're almost like $500,000.
What's the average house in Rhode Island? Like you. And it depends on where you live. Like
It's like 460.
460. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts. That's like what is that like monthly? Like a monthly mortgage for that?
Probably 2650. Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's probably not like anything like.
It's nothing extravagant.
Exactly.
You're honestly better off getting like an apartment or a loft.
Yeah.
You really are. You save money, and then you can use that towards wherever you can to build up your account or build up your.
It's crazy. I've been there.
That's why I do things differently. Like you guys know, I had the condo, whatever.
Yes.
Great condo, it was big, all that,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I don't miss it.
No.
Right.
I'll use that condo for financial freedom anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not the person that's going to be stuck to the norm. Like, oh, you're only successful if you have a house. You're only successful if that house has a white picket fence, 2 dogs, and 2 kids. Like, I don't give a fuck about that.
No.
That's tradition. I don't care about traditions and all that.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I'm not traditional. I don't need people to see like, oh, he bought a house, he's successful. Right. No, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, it's always like house, marriage, kids, and all these metrics that, like, our generation is slowly kind of breaking that, or the next one is, which is like these are all like metrics people use
For sure, the next
for
one.
success. Yeah,
Nah, I think a lot of our generation's still caught on that. I need a house.
we're in the
so
middle.
bad.
Yeah, we're in the middle.
Yeah. Obviously, all my best friends have been in my apartment. Like, see, like what I'm paying for, what we're paying now, and if we buy a house, what we're paying is like. Then you can't do other things too. It's like I feel like I have to. Like, what I'm paying, yeah, it's good, great, and I can go out with you guys. I can.
Yeah.
We can go to a
Travel
football game.
or-
We can travel. We can see the Patriots play, or we can go, for instance, go to Nashville. We did. Or go to,
She's caught on the norm that's
Yeah.
set when we were younger. That's the definition of success.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
traditional like
Traditional-
upbringing.
yeah.
Is that like that's the next step for you guys because you're married now? Because that's what's next.
Yeah.
But like, you know, with that also comes like the kid thing, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you because like, you know, you're probably getting pressure from, you know.
Yeah, and like I do want to be a father. Like I like it's not like I'm just saying that 'cause I truly do want to be a father. I want to be able to, like, you know, I feel like there's nothing I like. My parents brought me in this world. I would like to bring someone in, but it's like also like we talked about last week. I remember like when you were saying, Squint, like almost like, hey, like, do you want a Saturday morning? Do you want to sleep in, or you want to hear that baby cry at 4 a.m? I mean, you said last week, and it's just.
Well, that's the thing is that I'm not saying we're a selfish generation, but it's like to have a child, you have to feel completely like selfless because your whole
Because now
your whole life depends
that's
on
focus. Your 100% focus is on them.
Right. So if you're not happy with or you don't think, or you just don't feel prepared, like why are you going to put that pressure on yourself?
Yeah. No,
But I understand you need to have like I mean you have children, for that. But if you don't want to have children, if you really feel like you can't raise a child, then don't raise a child, and you break that norm, I guess, by not having a child.
I can't imagine like waking up tomorrow and like finding out like, oh, you're gonna have a kid in 9 months. Never mind like if I woke up tomorrow and I had the kid dropped on me. Like I can't imagine like 9 months from now someone's like, oh, like you have to take care of this other.
Yeah, less money for you.
Yeah, a lot less everything.
A lot less Mac action.
Yeah. I just put the child's college fund on it. Whatever. You're a fucking idiot.
That kid's go to fucking public school.
That's another thing too. And like, I know my parents. Like we all went to Catholic schools. My parents don't. Like my parents say, if you have a kid, like, he's not going to public school. I'm like, okay, let me just fish up money for a kid to go 4 years old to go to private school.
Right.
It's another thing. It's just. It's crazy.
You're falling for like the societal norms. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
When the time comes, you don't have to do that.
No, I understand. Like I do want to be a father.
That's
the thing.
that's
You know what I mean?
But
But
the school
like,
thing.
it's like, yeah, what's true?
We all feel the weight. I feel like that's the problem is that we get to a point now, like we're all, whatever, I'll just say, we're all like in our 30s.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh,
how long are we gonna?
Took a 45.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm whatever. I'm like 50, but what I'm trying to get to is that I might feel like it, or your liver may be
75.
yeah, liver is 75. But like,
That's what my doctor says.
you get to a point in life where it's like, I'm in my 30s. Why am I letting my parents' idea of what my life should be influence me?
You know why? Because everybody, like, for instance, I just found out my cousin's having a baby. So my dad told me this, and then my dad was showing, my father has like 4 siblings, so they're in that group chat. He was showing me, and I guess his other brother was telling him, like, his other brother was saying, oh, being a grandfather is the best thing in the world. That's all I hear all the time. Like being so of course, my parents, and then everybody's parents want to be a grandparent because it's the best thing in the world because you just watch them. You're not sleep, you're not like home 24/7, and then the parents dealing with the crying and all that stuff. So,
If it's not what you want,
Yeah.
then don't do it.
Also,
I will
yeah.
never do something for somebody else because it's the societal norm.
Also,
I don't care what your expectation is.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be happy.
Yeah.
exactly.
If that's what makes you happy,
about
if
you.
that doesn't make you happy, then don't do it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like, I gotta get a house to be successful to society. I don't even really like anybody.
it's like, do you?
So who am I proving that to?
Yeah. You barely tolerates us.
I won't talk to you anymore.
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
Okay.
Our parameters don't match up. But yeah, but that was feeling, like you said, the feeling of being a grandpa. But like that's a feeling you're not prepared. No one's prepared to have a child.
No, people say like you never like
No,
prepare financially stable. I don't know, it just
But
happens.
else that the mind, like
Mentally.
the lifestyle changes. Never mind everything else. Like I don't know, a couple of my friends that like have had kids. I'm just like, yo, you ever just wake up and are like, holy shit, like
Yeah,
I have to take care of another living.
and you don't see that much, right?
and they're like, honestly, you just figure it out. Like, you just have to just figure out, and you make it work. And like a lot of people, like they're, obviously, I think with like us, just like how we were brought up, a lot of the people that we know that have kids, like maybe most of them probably are still like with either like their partner or whoever they have a kid with. Yeah. But even if they're not, it's just like that's a lot to fucking.
No, it is.
Wrap your head around.
It's I don't know. It's a silent norm, like he was saying. It's like, go to get a house. Like, it comes from the schools too. It's like when you growing up, when you watch like family shows, what was it? It was always a husband, a wife.
Yeah, the husband goes to work. The wife takes care of the kids.
It's been like that. It's always been instilled in our brains. Like, hey,
because it was a good story, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you turn on Instagram, you don't see people showing.
That's right.
A fucking
worst
issue.
They
show you with the stupid.
Well, that's why
they show you with the stupid sold sign in the key. They don't show you that the sewage busted.
Yeah. Well, that's why social media. Yeah. Well, we have that. We can talk about that maybe next week's podcast. Is how social media is actually not the real thing.
Well, it's so exaggerated now too. Like, not exaggerated. I mean, there are people that are living certain lives, but like, I remember somebody telling me like, where one place I worked at, there was this person who worked there, and like they were at a meeting, and they were posting on Instagram like a picture of like a beach in Miami, and they were literally like in a they're in a meeting in fucking Rhode Island.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cool.
They're like, you're not in fucking Florida. Like, you're not in Florida.
No,
what the fuck?
You're in a meeting, hang what you want to do.
They show you what they want to show.
That's something that that little what you just said is just like one of the biggest like no goes for me.
You actually know the person who did it.
I know the person?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Do I like them?
I don't know.
You know, like you just said.
You don't like anybody.
But that what you just said is probably like one of the biggest turnoffs for me and people.
Yeah.
Like, if you gotta post like everything you're doing, you'll lose it. You're lonely. The person you dated for like 10 months to like 2.5 years broke your soul, and you're trying to overcompensate on eye emojis, fire emojis, and the heart eye emojis in your Instagram.
Crown emoji.
That to me is probably one of the biggest turnoffs. Like, and people dating like.
I'll send that shit.
You probably do, but that's the biggest turnoff. Like, I don't need to see your Starbucks behind the steering wheel every morning.
No,
I don't need to see
hashtag on the grind.
I don't need to see every workout.
Catch flights, not feelings.
I don't need to see every drink at the bar. Like, you're lonely. Someone broke your soul. I don't need to see that.
This is assault right now.
Hashtag on the grind. Dude, you work at UPS. What are you doing?
Get off the phone.
Because those are people that, this goes back to like the success metric. It's like they have to like, I gotta show like, I'm this, I'm that, and they gotta prove it to themselves in a way. Like,
I'm telling you, a lot of it comes from loneliness.
I'm fucking lonely. I won't be doing that.
Yeah. They're lonely, so they're looking for attention. And
looking for attention. It's looking for attention.
Oh, look at what they're doing. Like, I don't care what
it's attention. That's all social media is. It's really attention and showing. I'm gonna present to you the best of my life, or a facade of the best of my life. When you maybe deep down you're not happy or lonely. Or something.
No, you're right. It's I don't know. It's just.
And that's why people in the dating world like, oh, she doesn't answer my texts. The motherfucker's on her phone the whole time. On the date.
She ain't interested.
She ain't interested.
No, thanks, buddy.
No, but like.
He's right. Everyone has to it's crazy when someone
doesn't answer.
You text and like a day will go by and they're like, oh yeah, like, sorry, I didn't have my phone.
Yeah, okay.
You're right.
I was busy at work.
Well, I mean that could happen.
Yeah, it depends on.
I gotta have my phone work all the time.
Nah, the women though have their phone on
all the time.
All the time.
And it's not just a woman thing.
Like,
it's not. Guys do the hardo act like, oh, I'm gonna wait to respond. Like,
alright, dude, cool.
That's the guy. That's the same guy who's like, I'm the Starbucks behind the wheel.
That's the guy with deadlifts.
Yeah, deadlift.
All the time on Instagram.
So that guy don't take Starbucks. Trust me. He's fucking.
Take someone else.
That dude dies.
I'm always gonna call it both ways. Guys do the dumb shit just like the women do. Like guys like, oh, I'll respond in a couple hours to be hard on. I'm exclusive. Right. You're not that exclusive.
No, you're right.
You're pretty regular.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
This is all pretty regular.
This is all one guy, by the way, at the gym. It's just one person.
This is fucking Bradley Martin.
Yeah.
That's
your king.
Leave Bradley out of this.
He can post behind his Maserati.
Yeah, I'll watch his stories.
No, but like I don't know, like you said, it's just getting back to like the whole buying houses and kids. It's just that's what you were kind of taught at a young age. It was like, so go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, and then.
So don't do it if you don't want to.
No, you're right. I'm just saying.
Don't say it as if like, well, I guess I have to do it because this is what's tradition.
Yeah.
And you talk about the TV shows of like the family with the bumbling idiot dad, who's like the wife's like usually
semi-good-looking.
Yeah, like too good looking for him, and like they have 2 kids, but that's like pre-programming.
Yeah.
So
it was always like installed in your brain.
It's pre-programming. It's like I'm a family, and then I watch that show. Come on, Timmy, let's watch fucking whatever the fuck.
That's what sells.
Pre-programming to families because you have to keep the families. You have to keep having families in order to keep this whole show
obviously
going on.
Yeah. So. Well, that's another thing we can always talk about too.
The kid.
It's a birth rate declining.
Well, yeah. We just talked about it in terms of like the financial aspect, but I would also there's probably some other aspects I would consider that play into that as well. Like socially, like people are not making themselves like we were just talking about ghosting and shit. Like dating is such a pain nowadays.
Yeah, no, I obviously
I don't. The thought of like settling down with someone and like having kids just seems like whatever. Like I don't really think I'm that interested in that.
I mean that's how you feel. It's you follow your gut, you know.
Like what? Like why would I throw potentially like what I have into someone and they could just fucking take half of it away at any moment's notice? Never mind if there's kids involved. But like Swan was just saying about like being able to live your life outside of like what the society expects of you. Like I'm really happy just like hanging out, like doing shit with the dudes. If I go out on dates, whatever, like I'll try and have a good time. I mean, it's not that I'm not trying to meet someone. I'm open to the idea of it. But
so like that freedom.
I love having that freedom, and it sounds super selfish, but I don't care. It's selfish, and like being able to just like travel. Like I mean, how many places did we go last year?
3 or 4, right?
I was in, fucking
my bachelor party.
Your bachelor party. I went to another bachelor party in Vegas.
Denver.
We went to Denver. Like we did shit, and if I was like with somebody,
well, that's
I probably wouldn't be able to do all that stuff.
You know what I mean? That's why I didn't go to Lawns with you guys. It's more like we went May. I went away in August, and it's like September, and it's like I'm not gonna leave my wife 3 times in 1 year.
No,
you know what I mean? So, you guys have the freedom. You guys can do it. You know what I mean?
I just love having like the come and go. I can do what I want. I not have to worry about anybody else. Yeah. And not that I couldn't adjust to that, but like the more I get engulfed in it, why would I want to like enter something that doesn't like coincide with that?
That's fine if you want to live your life that way, but like you can't go into a situation or like an interaction with somebody like a woman and be like, oh yeah, I'm cool coming and going, but you want them to be overly interested.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You
can't go into it like, oh yeah, whatever.
Because you can't waste.
Go as the wind blows, and then you want them to like be all in, you know.
Because you gotta waste your time and theirs.
No, but like I mean, whenever I've been with somebody, like I also will adjust to like, all right, I'm not gonna go out as much. I'm not gonna do this, like, because I want to generally spend time with them doing other stuff or things that they want.
Yeah.
Or just us together, like what?
Apple picking?
Not apple picking. Fuck that.
Hey, all I know is you guys.
You're paying to do labor for the fucking orchard owner. Imagine that.
Imagine the Instagram story.
Imagine paying to do the slave.
But talking about societal norms, you see these content creators like they're like doing donuts in a Corvette at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's not conventional.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
These dudes just shit on those people.
These people just wake up. They wake up, eat whatever they want, go to the gym, film themselves at the gym. Like that's not traditional, but they're making way more money than us.
I don't know how.
And it looks like they're happy. They definitely look happy.
And they're not
the suckers.
Just living for the weekends.
What about the people just going into like the gym or Times Square interviewing people? They look like they're having a blast.
Yeah.
And they're not really working.
Do they have real jobs? Like, I don't know.
But imagine if we told our parents that was their job. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
You're not gonna tell me what's fun and successful.
Yeah.
All the people that like we look at that look like they're having fun and happy, our parents wouldn't say that was the traditional way of doing it.
Yeah, and we would be like, because of how we grew up, we'd be ashamed to be like, so what are you doing now? A content creator, or what?
Why?
Or you'd feel you may. I'm saying we might, or like generation, but like the Gen Z or the generation below us is gonna be more comfortable with that because that's all you see now.
Well, what's there to be ashamed of if it pays the bills? Like,
If it does, if it pays the bills.
like you're stuck on this like tradition, or like this like status quo by older people.
I don't know.
Like, how many older people do you hang out with?
Well,
Other than your family?
family.
Nobody?
What the chill. You're older than you.
Whatever. It's chill.
Hey, whoever's not.
Technically right.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, other than your family, how many old people do you gotta impress?
No, I mean, I did say about like, we're the generation that's switching it up.
We're the generation stuck in the
And we're
middle.
also stuck with we've been told, the pre-programming. I guess it goes into pre-programming as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't know, it's just,
It's hard to break and be like, nope, I'm gonna do this now.
Why?
I don't know why.
That's it.
You're not broke.
You're already breaking.
Yeah, but I had to I had to have a career in order to like fund things I want to do.
Okay.
So it would be nice to just fund it enough so I can permanently do something cool like content creation, which is what I'm kind of doing.
Well, you
now.
just said you'd be ashamed of saying that's what you do.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just given time. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
I think it's because you feel like you have to report back to like an authority, which, no disrespect, I think you're viewing authority as your family. And you have to report back to them like, this is my job.
My family.
And like, they don't understand that job, so now it's a shame.
Yeah.
And I'm not picking on you for that.
No,
I think everybody...
There's a lot of I would say.
Because we were taught like
cultural
our
upbringing, yeah.
parents are an authority, whereas like the generation that's younger than us, like their parents are not authoritative figures in their life. They're
No,
more
right.
friends.
But our generation will be the generation, and probably is currently the generation of parents who are like, oh, if that's what you like to do. Our generation of parents, if we were parents, you're right, I wouldn't be ashamed if they said something that's like content creation or something like that. Because I see that now as a millennial, so I understand if they want to do that.
no, because they think
Our
that like, they have that
generation
mindset also as like,
You have to work hard.
oh, content creator, what's that?
Yeah.
That's not job.
It's all about like a title.
That's not job.
Yeah.
Oh, be an accountant. Okay, I'll be an accountant.
No, it's because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are always afraid of what they don't
They don't
understand.
Change. Afraid of change.
So like old people, what's the generation before us?
Boomers.
What's our parents? Boomers?
Boomers.
No, as a Gen X.
You put boomers on
Boomer,
for the
yeah.
most part on TikTok. Forget it.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're gonna erase the fucking iPhone.
You might see
They're gonna put that thing back to the default
there's
settings.
boomers who are like, okay, they get into technology.
They've adjusted, yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
them.
But for the majority, like
Gotta adapt.
they talk rather than like promote things they don't know, they talk down on it, and that's where we get stuck. Like, oh, I can't be this.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why? Because
Yeah, right.
you went and busted your ass 48 hours a week. Good
Sucks.
for you.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
No, like this, like, oh, it's like, I'm a social media influencer. That would be like different. What's that pay? What's that do?
But then you
It's
show
not
them,
a
until you
job.
show them the check.
But then you tell them,
Yeah.
oh no, I got a job working construction. And they think that's like, oh, it's great. You know, they don't understand that social media content.
Yeah, but
That's to produce something
Yeah.
that's tangible.
Yeah.
But they have that.
That can be seen, that is deemed as value, for them to be like, okay, maybe this is a real thing. I mean, listen, it's almost as crazy as like, I don't know, if someone like growing up was like, oh, I want to be a fucking singer, or I want to be an athlete. I would say the percentage of success rate for that is comparable.
More rare than content creation.
Right.
Now, especially now.
Right, yeah.
The acceptance gap is the difference.
Yeah.
Boomers don't accept shit.
Right.
So like the gap between us to boomers and that acceptance rate is so far from us to like Gen Z. Like what Gen Z's doing is like we promote it.
Yeah.
We like what they're doing. We're laughing at what they're doing.
Yeah.
Boomers are like,
Because we grew up with social media and more TV, technology, all that stuff. They didn't, so
yeah,
it's adjustment for them. Yeah.
They're never going to adjust. They won't adjust.
Think about like how different the world is in like the last decade, just for us.
Just 10 years, you're right.
Never mind like
AI.
Someone who, our parents' generation or even older, that it's hard to conceptualize like how fast things have changed culturally, or obviously technology being another aspect, but all these trends that like are shifting literally like our entire society.
I mean, TikTok's been around for what, 2-3 years? Facebook's been around for what, maybe 20 maximum?
If that.
We grew up with those big ass TVs with the TVs with the shit in the back.
Box.
And then the computers also with the box in the back. And now we have all this
desktop computers,
box in the back.
It's not like all the shit in the back. Fucking hunchback with
the wires and shit. Shit, fucking Quasimodo. Quasimodo of computers and TV.
Fucking camels.
But we grew up with that, so like.
They're not old teacher, like.
But we became more accepting.
What?
I'm not talking about.
Hunchback and what
are you talking about?
I'm not gonna say his name.
Dude, we have a teacher that.
Yeah, Sal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wait, the guy with the fig on his face?
No. We'll take this offline.
Yeah, we'll take it. But yeah, the gap between, because the digital age grew so fast, the gap between, like, you're right, 10 years, 20 years is huge. So we gotta be, crazy. Go back to having kids, we gotta be the generation, I don't say gotta be, but we are the generation that when we have kids, we're gonna be a lot more accepting, a lot more,
are we?
I think so.
Yes.
Depends on if you keep following.
Absolutely.
If you keep following these like the trends that we talked about earlier about like your parents, then no. But I think overall, in general, we'll be more accepting.
I will absolutely tell my son, do not go bust your ass anywhere.
If you don't like
your end goal is to become your own boss as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't go work hard for less money.
And that knowledge comes with experience. Like you experience.
Like I want him to be a good worker. And skilled.
Yeah.
I don't want him like breaking his back.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Like you can be a hard worker. Like all these like crypto millionaires consider themselves hard workers because they're doing the research and stuff. So they consider that hard work. Like go do that hard work.
Yeah.
Don't go bust your ass at fast food or some devalued job.
And that you don't like for less money.
Absolutely.
So no,
that would be the one thing I tell them is find a passion and pursue that and go be successful at it and become your boss as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we should have kids so this crap doesn't keep happening, or we just break it ourselves and then
I got you, King.
Yeah, I got you. We gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
So it's great that we're gonna be. I am happy that we're gonna be like, if we do have kids, that we'll be more like. I'm not gonna frown upon like. Remember we're growing up. Oh, you play video games like. Get outside, you're a loser. Guess what? There's people who play video games for a living now.
Yeah.
They're making a shit ton of money.
You didn't want to go outside.
I didn't want to go outside.
Was it video game or something else?
I like my N64.
Well, he's playing.
That's 9 years old, buddy. I'm not gonna be doing that.
Yeah,
Now 9 years old. Now, yeah.
Now you can. Where's that fucking kid?
Kai Cenat.
Well, yeah, but who's the other one that won like huge and like?
Andy Ross?
No, the one like just this past year.
Mr. Beast?
No, the fucking what's up, brother?
Hulk Hogan's kid.
Sketch, yeah.
Kid Sketch,
yeah. Hey brother does this a lot.
Hey brother,
he like pretends he has autism.
Yeah,
the really skinny kid.
Yeah,
who
with
hangs out with Ian Ross.
No.
Oh, I know you're talking about
Neon. He's like Indian or Muslim.
No, I think he's autistic. I think he's autistic.
He fakes it.
He fakes his autism?
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute.
Hold on, allegedly.
But yeah, we're not.
He plays off a character that's like
an idiot.
Not an idiot, but like
what's it? Regular?
ADD almost. Like
ADHD.
I ADHD.
No, but like super.
No, yeah, like almost like to an autistic level. He like plays it up.
Disclaimer: we don't know. I'm not saying Sketch if you're watching. We don't know what you have.
Yeah, we don't.
Pat's autistic.
But honestly, I would Sketch. I'll play.
You told me, guys. Who do you think between me and him is more autistic?
Drop a comment
on the poll in the comments.
But anyways, he blew up just from playing like that.
I'll play Madden.
Yeah, just playing Madden. And then he caught on with like, who was on Bradley Martin, he was on fucking the Nut Boys, like.
It's a community.
That's crazy.
He just blew up.
Well, like how
he was in the Super Bowl last year.
In the Super Bowl?
No, he was at it or whatever. Like,
but that's not conventional living.
No.
So why are we like, oh, I gotta get a house, I gotta get kids?
Do you think that guy's mom's pissed?
No, he was.
Now.
He was trying. I think if I remember correctly, he was trying to become like a real estate agent.
That's right.
Living at home.
That's right.
And then he was just like live streaming and like played up this character that like, you know, mildly autistic, whatever, allegedly, and caught on and fucking blew up and made a lot of money.
But that path that you just laid out about
That's crazy.
Was a real estate agent,
tried to be,
didn't like it maybe,
yeah.
Didn't work out. But that's relatable to like someone like being a harder worker and be like, I don't want to do this, I want to do this.
I just want to play video games.
It's better than that.
I'm not saying you have to that everyone could be a gamer. Obviously, it's like a talent or something. You have to work on it like anything else. But like growing up, that would have been frowned upon because we grew up with video games like N64. That's what I was doing, not fucking doing this. But like, but yeah, like you laugh at that. Your parents would like would shit on you for playing video games. But like nowadays, like someone can actually make money and be lucrative off of video games.
I remember they made a big thing like Bronny James a couple years ago made the cover of Sports Illustrated because they did an esports edition that they put him on the cover on because he was on like some esports team with like all those fucking like I don't know, someone who was like really good at it or whatever. I don't know what the fuck his name is. And then they were like asking LeBron like, oh, like how's it feel like your son made Sports Illustrated in high school just like you did and this and that. And they also made like countered it with like the but like LeBron did it because he was really good at basketball. Yeah. Bronny is probably one because he's LeBron's son. But because he was playing video games.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is.
It really is.
It's crazy.
Good for them. I wish I did it.
Yep. I can wish.
That's a lot.
It's crazy to think about.
Hours of video games.
I don't think I have the attention span for video games for that long.
Well, that's the thing. They stream for like
almost the whole day.
Almost a day.
Oh, that's crazy.
I couldn't do that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. There's a level of vulnerability.
How many
I play you in Madden one game, I'm good. I'm
They sit like 8 hours.
Sketch challenge.
Yeah, they'll just sit there and stream. Like that's how they get people from like. It probably plays into it. I don't know what. I'm sure they could get into the metrics, the time zones, and different countries, people watching them and shit.
Who's watching that? Like I said, like what's this audience that's watching?
See, you're being like your parents.
No, but it's
legitimate.
But it's a real question. Like, because
I would have a hard time watching like a friend play somebody in.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Video game.
No, but like
never mind some piece of shit. I don't know.
In order for them to make that kind of money, they have to have an audience of people.
Are you talking about the crowd?
Yeah, that's what
Well, a lot of it too is like it's probably kids who are like 12, 11 years old.
Yeah, it's kid with jobs.
So you definitely want kids.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Little Brian.
That's crazy.
That'd be nuts, dude.
Little Brian playing football.
Not good at it.
Overthrowing the ball.
Not good at it.
That little kid would dice you up. He'll out-route you real quick.
I bust his ass like I bust your ass. I don't care about his age either.
He ain't having kids though, remember? So you're not gonna have a competition.
He talks a big game, this guy. You ever seen Lord Farquaad from Shrek? It's the size of your fucking head, dude.
Lord Farquaad?
Yeah, remember?
No.
Lord Farquaad.
I know talking about it.
Yeah.
Dude, isn't he short?
No, he has a big head. He's like the biggest thing in the world.
Talking about big.
Oh, look at these.
He's got a big ego.
A big ego, yeah.
Speaking of football.
Yeah. Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right. Who you guys got?
Yeah, I don't know.
Chiefs.
I mean,
Chiefs.
Chiefs?
It's not who.
Alright. Chiefs, what score? Give me a score.
27, 23.
23. I want the Eagles to win.
I think
Well, we know the Chiefs are going to win. But you know what? We'll go with the Eagles 28-24.
Just putting it out there, if you put money on the Eagles, you're
you're an idiot.
You're making a donation. You're just betting with your
You've
heart.
seen what's happening. It's like the.
Oh, that's what people typically bet with.
Well, you should probably bet with your brain.
You've seen every game. They play all the close games. They keep winning them. So I want
Mahomes is new Brady.
Yeah, I want the Eagles, but who I got, it's a matter of who the script got or who the powers that be got. Because the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and like you said, put the mortgage on it. Don't put the mortgage on. But you can bet the Chiefs are going to win that game. The Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah.
So the score will be like, they'll make it close. Maybe over. I'll go.
Nobody bet against Brady back in the day. You can't bet against. Why are you going to bet against Mahomes? If you're doing it, you're just betting with your heart because you want to see something different. You really know what's going to happen.
Well, it's so people are so dumb. Like
Brady did lose.
If you think it, yeah, but like
because he has a couple hours on the resume.
This is
because of the whole like. Get into a whole tirade about this, but because of like everyone betting and shit. First of all, if you bet and you use your eyes and you think it's the Chiefs are rigged, then why are you putting money on the Eagles? Like it's just common sense. If you think the Chiefs are this power, then don't put money on the Eagles.
The public bet Buffalo last week.
Because the whole world wanted Buffalo to win, but if you know in your heart, why are you putting money on Buffalo?
You're asking the wrong people.
Stupid. Because stupid guys think if I put my personal $20, I'm going to sway that game.
Yeah, on the Lions and the Bills and everyone Washington. It's stupid.
My chubby ass sitting on the couch is going to sway that game from 1,000 miles away with my $20 on the app.
What was your score?
I'm going Chiefs 30-24.
I don't care as long as it goes under.
Oh god.
That's a real. Like I said last week's episode, like I said,
I'm giving out free money right now.
It's a degenerate.
49.5. Take the under.
Don't let the work pants disguise you. This man is a degenerate.
Yeah.
What would I? How am I disguising as I came from work?
Oh. Probably think nice,
what would a degenerate wear?
You ever seen people that remember?
Fucking sweatsuit.
Unfortunately.
You ever seen Bill Lee? Remember Bill? We saw Bill Lee.
Yeah.
If you wear an Italian sweatsuit,
I'm wearing a Sergio Cecchini jumpsuit.
I love those.
So yeah, you said you have no prediction. You just want the under.
I mean,
you have a prediction.
Yeah, I'll go. I honestly think the Eagles do have a shot. They are the better roster.
They're the roster, right?
They do have the better roster. But you're right. It's dumb to go against Mahomes. No, he's right. I mean, I've been on the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a three-peat.
Houston is not.
Most things a three-peat, and Mahomes has 4.
Fuck that.
Brady goes to Brady, and Brady wins the Super Bowl. So,
Between Sketch's autism and your parlay giving, I'm gonna put a big disclaimer in this part of the video. Can't be having this shit.
Well, Sketch might be allegedly what played up the autism. Well, thank you all for listening to this week's pod. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment. Would you want to raise kids in this day and age? What are your thoughts on...
want a kid with him?
Yeah, you don't want a kid with me.
Do you think he should raise a kid?
yes.
Shit.
So let me know your thoughts and comments on our topics. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Does anyone here need a credibility check or anything like that? So you let us know in the comment section, of course. If you like the video, and please subscribe. Smash the subscribe button. We're Uncultured.